The process of glycolysis occurs when glucose is broken down for energy. Now, this first stage, glycolysis, involves a series of reactions, each needing its own enzyme, and the enzymes here are depicted in green. What essentially happens is that the 6-carbon molecule of glucose is broken in half to 2 molecules of pyruvate, each with 3 carbons. This does not require oxygen molecules. It occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell, and a little bit of energy in the form of ATP is given off. While seemingly complicated, the Krebs cycle is actually quite understandable. The 3-carbon molecule of pyruvate binds to a coenzyme and is converted to a 2-carbon molecule. This 2-carbon molecule then binds to a 4-carbon starter molecule, and over a series of stages, this molecule then transforms itself until we return to the starter molecule. And so this 2-carbon molecule from your food binds a starter molecule, and at the end of the series of reactions, the starter molecule is still there. Interestingly, the carbon from the food you have eaten has been converted to carbon dioxide along the way, 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. So while food may come in solid form, it leaves as carbon dioxide. More importantly, however, the hydrogen atoms have been taken off of your food molecules, and they will be transported to the next stage of cellular respiration. Hydrogen can be used as a source of energy, not only in our society, but also within our cells. The hydrogen atoms are carried to the inner membrane of the mitochondria. There they are deposited on a series of protein carriers known as the Electron Transport system. The hydrogen atoms are passed along this series of proteins so that the hydrogen ions, the H+, are deposited in the intermembrane space between the outer membrane and the inner membrane, and then the electrons are deposited inside the cristae in an area known as the matrix. And so as they are passed over these electron transport carriers, the hydrogen atoms are separated so that the H+ is on one side of the inner membrane and the electrons on the other. This situation, hydrogen ions in the intermembrane space and the electrons in the matrix, is unstable. The hydrogen ions are attracted to the space where the electrons are. And there are protein channels which will allow the hydrogen ions to pass. However, these protein channels require that work is performed in order to let the hydrogen ions pass down this gradient. What occurs is that ADP plus P attaches to the base of this protein pump, and when the hydrogen ions pass through to meet the electrons, the movement of the base of the pump causes phosphate to join to the ADP, creating ATP, the energy source which will run most of the activities of a cell. Now, this will only work if oxygen can catch the hydrogen ions, so that an oxygen molecule breaks into 2 oxygen atoms, here depicted in blue, and then when each bonds 2 hydrogen atoms, a water molecule is created. So glucose plus oxygen creates carbon dioxide, water, and the ATP energy which we use to run our lives.